Picture this. It's 2,200 years ago. Sunny, white marble courtyards in Egypt. Back then, almost everyone was convinced the world was flat. But one man, a librarian named Eratosthenes, had a genius idea. He was what you might call a pioneer of thought. He heard a strange story about a city called Syene. At noon, on the longest day of the year, the sun shone directly down a deep well, casting absolutely no shadow. But here's the catch. In his own city, Alexandria, at the very same time, a stick in the ground cast a definite shadow. Why the difference? This simple question would change our understanding of the world forever. Eratosthenes wasn't just a man who loved books, he was a pioneer of logic. He thought about the shadow problem. If the earth was a giant, flat pancake, then the sun's rays would hit everywhere at the same angle. The shadows in Alexandria and Syene should have been identical. Since they weren't, there was only one possible conclusion. The earth's surface had to be curved. But he didn't stop there. Knowing the earth was round wasn't enough for him. He wanted to know how big it was. In an intellectual climate with no satellites, no GPS, not even a simple telescope, he decided to measure the entire planet using nothing more than a stick and his brilliant mind. So, how did he do it? Let's dive into the facts. He stuck a rod in the ground in Alexandria and measured the angle of the shadow it cast. The angle was 7.2 degrees. Now, a little bit of geometry here. A full circle is 360 degrees. Eratosthenes knew that 7.2 degrees is exactly 1/50th of 360. This was the key. It meant the distance between the two cities, Syene and Alexandria, must be 1/50th of the total distance around the entire Earth. All he needed now was that distance. So, he hired professional walkers, trained to measure long distances by foot, and they came back with the number 5,000. Now, you can imagine what happened next. Many other scholars of the time, let's call them the critics, thought he was crazy. They laughed at his idea. They argued that his methods, relying on shadows and professional walkers, were just manual labor and couldn't possibly be precise enough to measure the world. But Eratosthenes trusted his logic. He took the distance, 5,0, and multiplied it by 50. The result was a circumference of about 40,000 kilometers. Here's the truly mind-blowing part. Modern satellites, with all our advanced technology, have measured the Earth and found that he was off by less than 1%. A genius result from over 2,000 years ago. This incredible historical moment proves that a true pioneer doesn't always need high-tech tools. What they really need is a high-tech mind. Eratosthenes used observation, logic, and simple math to map our entire planet long before we even knew how to sail all the way around it. He single-handedly changed the climate of science forever, proving that the greatest discoveries can start with a simple question. If you're fascinated by the logic that drives the world's smartest minds, like how Detective Einstein unlocked his talents, head over to my other channel. If you're already subscribed here on Genius Pioneer, check it out and subscribe there too. Thanks for watching.